It's nice to meet you in person. I've seen, I'm part of the startups team in Sydney, and as I work on the Highway to 100 unicorns, program, and I saw Factorium's paperwork come through and everything, but there's nothing quite like speaking to the founder and CEO to get a real idea on what it is that you do. So thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'll kick off. So today I'm here with Sittikorn, the CEO and co-founder of Factorium. And we are going to hear a little bit about what Factorium does and what they've been working through during their time in the Microsoft for Startups Highway to 100 Unicorns program, and where they hope to be going during the next few months in the program. So, Sittikorn, how about you tell us a little bit about what Factorium does?
Yeah, so Factorium, we're developing a platform to help the frontline engineer in the industrial sector to manage and maintenance the machine and facility in the factory more better. Well, we provide several kinds of technology, starting with the mobile application to transform the engineer from the PC software and the paperwork to working or in the mobile app. So they can run like a workflow, maintenance, scheduling, or the data recording on the mobile instantly. So really simply to work. And we also help them integrating a data from the machines, a lot of machine in the factory. So we integrating all of that data to our platform. So we provide insights dashboard for the engineer, and we also help them predict like a machine failure before it's happened, and everything connecting to the mobile, so they can control and take action is really fast. Yeah, and the result is we help the factory to reduce the machine breakdown a lot. Yeah.
Wow. What a revolutionary piece of software and startup that you must be sort of making a huge difference to warehousing and factories everywhere. And on that note, I guess when I say everywhere, you're based in Bangkok. Do you have any sort of aspirations for growing further beyond Thailand, or?
Yeah. So actually we based on Thailand, Bangkok, but our opportunity that we have a lot of like overseas factory deploying in Thailand, because we are like the automotive hub in Southeast Asia market. So for the factory, we have a lot of foreign customers, like we have Unilever in Thailand using our platform. We have Sony, we have Caterpillar, we have Miller Toledo. So a lot of like Europe, America factory in Thailand using our platform. So that's we see the opportunity to go beyond the Thailand, because the technology of those factories are also the same. So the problem happened in factory in Thailand also happened in the factory in Europe and America and other Southeast Asia country as well. So this year we try a lot to like scaling our platform outside Thailand.
Wow. Those are really big customer names. I imagine you would have had to go through some serious due diligence for them to take on the product, perhaps. Is there any key criteria that you make technology decisions for your company when it comes to that? So like, were there any things that any of those customers required Factorium to have, or you as a founder, what sort of key criteria do you have when you make technology decisions?
Actually, we developing technology based on our customer requiring. For the first, we just like have an idea to provide mobile technology to the factory. So we start with everything a mobile first. Yeah. So transfer any workflow and paperwork to the mobile. But after we working with a lot of like big name customer, they are all the innovative people. So they will tell us that what the next that they need to our platform. Like we developing a predictive maintenance as our customer requiring. Yeah, we working with a lot of hardware partner like like a Mitsubishi, Omron, Murata, to integrating those hardware to our software to like make everything streamlined to the factory. Yeah, so after we have a lot of customer pipeline, we like have a lot of researcher to help us find the next solution because they have knowledge, but they don't have a time to developing a technology by themselves. So that's how we working on the technology.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very smart way to operate is to react to what the customer wants and needs. It's a surefire way to make sure that your startup is delivering on what people want and are asking for. Well, that sounds like, you know, that you've got that sort of work cut out for you from the customer side of you. Do you and the Factorium team have business ambitions or any results that you hope to achieve through the Microsoft for Startups Highway to 100 Unicorns program?
Yes, as we developing a software, so we require lots of infrastructure. And at the first step, we choose Microsoft Azure as our backend system. So we use a lot of technology inside the Azure to apply to and develop and deliver to our customer. And it's really good to working with the Microsoft team as this program Highway to 100 Unicorns to like find out more opportunity in the Microsoft technology to apply to our customer. And we also like try to optimize our sales system as like a architecture optimization as well because currently we use a lot of resource and maybe we can optimize those resources to more like a more profit for our company as well.
Sure. And if those ambitions are achieved and you do get out of the program what you're hoping to achieve, do you think that there's actually some potential for this to have an economic growth impact on Thailand?
Yeah, that's a big deal. So, but I think we are on the way to working on that as well because currently we have a lot of customer in Thailand, and actually we are being supported by the Federation of Thai Industry as well, because previously Thailand using a lot of software solution from the overseas country, and yeah, we pay a lot of money for that. And after we working with the federation, they try to reduce like economic outside that we pay out of Thailand to be like a developing internal solution more. And we try to reach more overseas customer as well as we can like bring a benefit to our country in the future.
Yeah, bring it home. And so what sort of, are you noticing any key trends in your market? Mm-hmm. And if so, how is Factorium addressing those key trends?
Yeah, so we just like riding on the industrial 4.0 trend, and behind the trend we have a lot of like staff trend like digital twin, predictive maintenance, smart factory, digital manufacturing, a lot of things. So we try to list those trends as well. Like currently we may focusing on the predictive maintenance because that really direct to our knowledge and specialize. And with this, we have a chance to working with a lot of world-class partner like electronic manufacturing like a Murata, Omron, Mitsubishi, that they may really specialize on the hardware, on the electronic, but we can fill them with our specialized in software. So yeah, that thing work, and we are all going with the trend that factory are looking for as well.
I'm really interested in this question, considering what sort of revolutionary change that you make to factory floors and the workers of factories. COVID, how has COVID affected or transformed Factorium?
Yeah, is Actually, at the first time, it's not much effect to the factory industry, manufacturing industry, because they are really secure and like they are really safe to the worker. But finally, everything going as you see in a lot of country. We have a lot of factory worker that's infected COVID-19. So with us that as we are software provider, it may not direct effect, but we need to transform a several service. Like we cannot do a lot of site visit. We cannot do a lot of like implementing on-site customer area. So that we need to adopt like online training, online presenting to our workforce, and that's me more difficult to like explain a lot of things to the online, but that we need to do. So we try to adopt a technology as well, even we are the software company.
Brilliant. And how do you think, do you have plans of expansion into other markets? And if so, how can Microsoft help you with those aspirations?
Yes, we this year we are focusing on the expand to the Southeast Asia market, and especially like Vietnam, that's really grows a lot in the industry, in the manufacturing industry. And what we try to looking for is like a system integrator, local system integrator in those countries. And we think in the program, maybe Microsoft may know a lot of SI that a Microsoft partner. So that is our opportunity to looking for.
Fantastic. Well, I think, if there's anything that we already know before we started talking today, it's that Factorium has enormous potential, and that's why you're in the Microsoft for Startups Highway to 100 Unicorns program, because when we assessed anybody that was looking to gain entry, we had to kind of look over it and see whether there was some real gold dust in here. And it was fantastic to hear you elaborate on that today. And kind of get a sense of just the enormity of this. I mean, I especially thank you for taking time out when I imagine your daily calendar is probably chock-a-block. But I just want to say that we will be checking in again to see how it's going in 6 months, because I expect we'll be having a very different conversation to hear what's happened and how you've managed to weather different storms or find different successes. But we wanted to say thank you for having us today. And is there anything that you would like to add?
Not much, yes, but I think that's how really short, and my question maybe require a long answer. So just like yeah, I think this program is really interesting, and I like to see Microsoft act to help startup to approach to the markets, because that's one is the most problem for us to like scaling and do a better marketing. So I really like that, and we're looking forward to working with the Microsoft team. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, well, thank you so much for meeting with me today, and we will hopefully talk soon, Sittikorn.
Yeah, thank you for your interview as well. Yeah.
See you.
Yeah, bye-bye. See you.